today we can go through how we can manipulate the document object model which is rendered in the web browser using JavaScript. That's the agenda for today. Okay. So that's why yesterday itself I asked this question to you to get a scenario. How can you manipulate a document object model using JavaScript? So that you can have a basic understanding on how a DOM model will be manipulated. Okay. So whatever we are seeing in the web browser will be rendered as a HTML. Okay. So that HTML will be loaded as a basically it will be loaded as a document. Here, if you get into basically you know how to inspect web browser, right? If you inspect any web browser, all those things will all those what we are seeing will be rendered as a doc type HTML, which will have a DOM structure. So DOM structure will have basically it's a tree node, you know. So and each and every element will ended up with the node. So node is basically nothing but it's a end of an element. So if you get into this, so what is basically DOM? So in web development, document object model is a crucial concept. So it's the first it's a basic thing. The end user, what end user will get, he or she will get the screens whatever they are seeing, right? So understanding the DOM model will be the first and foremost thing in a web development strategy. So only if you know how the elements or the attributes and how the text and how all those elements in the web browser will be how they are getting rendered, if you able to understand those things, then only you can able to know how to customize those things. Okay. So if getting into this DOM answer, so DOM will have various types of nodes. So it may have an element node. Element node is nothing but so HTML elements. So if you are seeing a div or a paragraph means it will have a p tag. So h1 tag. So header tags will. So you have basic understanding on HTML, right? And DOM can be differentiated into two things. So one is live DOM and another one is static DOM. So if I give a classic example to a static DOM means, so we will go into some websites now. So it is not interactive with the users. For example, if you go into some basic websites, some static web pages. So there is no interaction between the client and the system. So you could not able to click a button or you could not able to type it in the form, like that kind of things will not be available in a static site. Okay. So what static means, you that website or that web page cannot be manipulated with our JavaScript. So it will be static. So it will have a static HTML which will be rendered on the website. So it will simply have a HTML file and it will be rendered. Okay. Coming into live DOM, so live DOM will have interactive web pages. So taking our Frappy, so you can have a login form, all those things. So you can able to get the value from the inputs, all those elements, and play around it, and you can click a button and you can have an action kind of thing. So this is the major difference having a static and live DOM. So DOM is a document object model. So using this DOM and with JavaScript, you can able to add, remove, or modify your document. So document is basically the page you are going to render on a website or web browser.